they got the boat built, they started putting animals on it. Everybody says that they put them on 2 by 2, but by the Bible, it says that he put them on there by their usefulness. Domestic animals would go on there by 7s. But anyway, they got all the animals loaded, and just about the time they got all of them loaded and got the doors shut, it started raining. And as my uncle put it, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights and came a great big HUD. Since he had that speech defect, that's the way all of his F's come out, was HUD. All right, they went on. And they floated for days, weeks, months. And they kept looking and could not see land anywhere. And finally, Noah sat there and he goes, I've got an idea.
We did.
So he sent out his biggest, strongest bird, which was a condor. And it flew for days, come back with nothing. And he sent out his next big birds.
Okay, what is that?
One followed another.
And the chicken is baked, it's
He sent out every one of his birds, his eagles, then his hawks, his falcons. And they would fly for days. I'm dragging out time to get this folded right. Now, if it was just paper, I would just rip the corners, but you don't want to do a dollar bill whenever you're leaving. There's just a tip. But anyway, finally, after sending out all of his different birds, he come down to his dove, and he goes, there is one. So he sent it out, and it was gone for several days. It's not wanting to fold right. But after several days, should have laid this out first. Oops. Now, why does a cowboy carry a toothpick in his hat? Or whenever he comes up against a stone like this. I'll lay that for just a second. But anyway, whenever the dove come back, it was come flying into them, and I'm trying to hurry on this, and it ain't wanting to work with me either. I'll do it there. Anyway, the dove come flying back with the greenery in its beak to let them know that it did find land.
That's awesome. That's like a
But I could have done the wings a little better.
no, that's great.
Oh, you're kidding. No, I can't believe that.
But
I'll give you a minute to decide.
this is how a dumb Okie leaves a tip.
That's great. And tell me a little bit about these.
Cousins and I were about 7 years old. And my grandfather hollered at us, said he needed help. Anytime he hollered, we wanted to go help because we never knew what it was. We got out in this workshop with him, and he told us that he had gotten a phone call. This was after Thanksgiving. But anyway, we go, "You dead? Who from?" And he goes, "From Santa." He said all of his elves are sick this year, so he was calling all of his retired elves. And we started laughing, because my grandfather was about 6'3" and weighed about 300 pounds.
I'm gonna try it.
You know, we started laughing. We told him he never was an elf.
Side salad with.
Oh, he goes, "You're not an elf." He goes, "Well, I was until I outgrew the clothes."
You're out.
So we believed him,
We are.
and he goes, "Santa had called me and told me to get some helpers."
The rain caused. Yeah.
And he goes, "Here's your job." He got his carpenter pencil out, drew a picture. And we would have to bend the wire to match that picture.
Wow.
Right, after we bent several different ones, he had 10, 12 animals down. We made the frames.
What is it?
And then he sat there and put them together. And we go, "How did you put that together?" And he goes, "Well," he goes, "now if it was the duck, anytime you put a duck in a new pen, it looks for a hole to get its head out of." And he goes, "On the donkey and all the other ones, go see Grandma and ask her what knitting and crocheting's got in common." And Grandma sit there and she goes, "Knit one, purl one, drop one."
That's great.
But anyway, we made those up. And then he sent us around to all the neighbors and all the adults we give. Enough puzzles too for all their kids. And they used them as stocking stuffers.
That
But
is
what we did not know was everybody was out of work at the time. We thought our dads and my grandpa was just home for a long vacation, like we got out of school from Thanksgiving to Christmas. All right,
They must have had.
they were all off work, and we sat there and thought they was on vacation too. No, times was that hard.
Mm-hmm.
No individual.
One of my uncles did get a job working as carpenter. He was saw man, so we got permission to go up to his job site
How's this right here?
and pick up all the
Wanna get away from
off-falls
these fans a little more?
from underneath the saw benches. We took all of them and all their scrap paint. We painted them and made building blocks, Lincoln logs, and everything else for other kids. And here we wasn't but 8, 9 years old. We thought we was just helping Grandpa, and then ended up, he made a pretty little box for him.
So you thought you were helping as Santa's elves
Yeah.
to get Christmas for everybody, and here he was out of work, and that was a way to get
Yep.
inexpensive gifts and awesome gifts for everybody. That is,
Since we were the bigger boys for Christmas, I got one of my grandpa's old single-shot shotguns and a half box of shells. And I sat there and questioned that Christmas morning. I go,
Yeah, let me see what they
"How come a half box of shells?" They go, "Well, Santa saw that he was running short, so he took part of your shells and gave to your cousin." So we believe that too.
that's great.